it's gonna be hard to top everything that's already happened, right? Like, I will do my darndest to not let you down. Once again, my name is Erik Osberg, and I am running for Congress. If you followed along, you know that gratitude is a big part of what we do. Gratitude is a big part of our campaign's makeup. And I cannot describe the amount of gratitude that I have right now. This is insane. I never have any idea. I never have an idea. I don't know if there's gonna be 5 people there, 50 people there, you know what I mean? And so you show up, this place is packed. So give yourselves a round of applause for showing up. And big round of applause for Chris, big round of applause for Deb, Fernando, everybody who made this happen. How many, real quick, how many have heard me present before? And it's okay if you haven't. Okay, that's a bunch, okay? Another quick question. How many of you have lost sleep over the past year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, okay?
2 hands.
I want you to know I feel your pain. I was not sleeping well. And again, I decided if not me, who, and if not now, when, let's freaking go. And so we did. And so, thanks. And so I feel your pain. That's why I'm here. Okay, another quick question. Since we announced, and I'm not trying to boast or brag or anything. I just want this is an honest question. Since we announced, how many of you have felt moments of hope?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay? That's the anecdote, right? That's the thing that solves the problem. We get sucked into that fear, right? We dwell in that fear. We doom scroll all day. We whatever, right? That's us losing. That's the same thing happening again and again and again. That little bit of hope. How many of you have participated in a demonstration? How cool is that? How fun is that, right? That's us winning. And in this campaign, we've said, we got a lot of catchphrases. Actions speak louder than words, right? And every time we get to fulfill an action, whether that action was the right action or not, as long as we took that step and did that thing, and I've talked about these get-togethers, they are the fuel. This is the fuel. My tank is full, okay? Our tanks are full, right? And we're all gonna go home, and we're all gonna feel hope, and we can do this. We got a chip, a chair, and a chance, right? And then here comes the hard part. We have to work. I am not promising good times. I am promising work, stacked on top of work, stacked on top of work. And if you enjoy the process, what's your family's motto?
Enjoy the process.
Enjoy the process, right? We talk about being a process-orientated campaign, and that's what we are. The results will come and go, right? We're gonna stay focused in the and if our process isn't working, we will adapt, we will evolve, we will change, and we will do everything so that when we get 1 year from tonight, 0 regrets. Absolutely 0 regrets. Okay, so you guys are in for a special treat. I've been touring for the last 8 months, and not everybody, but a lot of times people say, okay, well, what's your policy? What's your position? What's your platform? What's your agenda? You know what I mean? That's the critical feedback that we've gotten. We've done a lot of listening, and we will continue to listen. However, we have an agenda, okay? I don't have all of the details flushed out from top to bottom, but do you guys want me to share a little bit of this agenda with you tonight? Okay. And don't worry, I'm not testing this. You're stuck with this. Like this is our agenda, okay? Here it comes. I'm not gonna waver. Number 1, so eventually when you go to our website, there will be a page that says our agenda. Okay, that is coming.
That's good.
Okay? At the top, it will say constitutional concerns. And we will have a hyperlink that goes from every amendment, every section, everything that we are concerned about, that either A, we believe has been violated, or the threat is clear and present, right? So you're going to be able to go to our website, we're going to have a little paragraph, and then it's going to lay out our constitutional concerns. And there's a reason behind that. Another catchphrase we use a lot on the campaign is intent and effort. There's intent there. We're not going to convince, we need to bring people to the fold, right? And if you've heard me talk about before, you've heard me talk that we kind of don't have a shared reality in many aspects, right? And we're not going to recap, but there's some different realities. My hypothesis is that we can all agree on the words that are inside of the Constitution. Now, they're open for interpretation, right? We can hire a team of lawyers and we can sue and we can, right? But the words that, all I'm asking for is let's agree on the words that are on the document. Let's start there, okay? Then we can talk about interpretation. So, you get to our agenda page at the top, constitutional concerns, the First Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, you know what I mean? The amendment, it'll all be laid out. You'll be able to go and click on the amendment or the section that it applies to. Then, here's what comes next. And I'm going to repeat this because hopefully it's memorable. Hopefully I'm going to repeat it. Our platform is restore, reform, repeal. I'm going to say that again. Restore, reform, repeal. Okay? So when somebody says, well, yeah, what's this platform? You can say restore, reform, repeal. Okay? And then it gets a little deeper after that. But I'll give you a hint. You've heard me talk about agriculture, you've heard me talk about healthcare, you've heard me talk about education. So back to Wayne. Wayne, thank you, man. That was right there. The armor that Wayne talked about, right? What I've heard is in politics, if you're explaining, you're losing. That's what I've heard. Okay? Sorry, we got to do some explaining. There's some things that need to be explained. And so again, back to our platform, restore, reform, repeal. Inside of that, in each of those three categories, healthcare, education, and agriculture, there will be specific things that we want to restore. How about we restore our representation on the agricultural committee? Yes.